Okay, this is how to tell if your head gasket is really gone. You switch your engine on and your fan is still going on. Well, that's not necessarily gone, but start again. Your head gasket could be going, fans going on, and your engine switched off. Yeah, another reason is, or another definite sign is that how to tell if your head gasket's gone. That's wrong. That's not water. What is it? Oil mixed with water. Okay, this is my Citroen C3. I'm doing a head gasket on. See what's involved. If you think you want to challenge it, tools you're gonna need: torque keys, Allen keys. Is your rocker cover, and in this bin, not that bin, this bin, we've got all our bits that's come off. That's our hubcap for our wheel over there. Let's put it to one side. Let's try to do this. Yeah, there's your engine mounting, goes on at the front, bolts on there, there, and there. And then your top mounting, which is this one, bolts on to there, onto the top of there like that. Well, like that. Yeah, bolts on like that. Your air filter box comes out complete. It's held in just there, and it should just pull out. That part pop out. That part's got a clip on it, Jubilee clip. Just undo that. Your rocker cover, you got to take that off. Your exhaust heat shield, you got to take that off. And your coil pack. Your coil pack is held in just there and there. That's bolted onto the top of your head at the back. You will see it. Right, this wasn't to show you that, but seeing as I am, the your main crank pulley, which is that one there, this, yeah, hang on. Okay, that's better. There's your crank pulley. Yeah, what you got to do is make sure, if you look down in there, you can see a mark. You got to mark things up so you know which way they go back. Yeah, your tensioner, you mark your tensioner where it sets as well, so that when you put it back, your tensioner is adjusted by a little Allen key just through there. Once you've got the tension on, you tighten it back up. Yeah, with this nut there. Okay, your exhaust, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts at the top, 4 at the bottom, and just pull it away, leave it in place. Okay, let's try again. Is the cylinder head? Yeah, that's where I was telling to you the only plug that goes on at the back of the manifold. That's it there. Yeah, this pipe here, that's your servo pipe. I'm not sure if I showed it to you, but that's where it goes again. Press your plug in. Yeah, then if you come down here, I think this one is where your fuel inlet goes. Your fuel pipe I showed you is tucked away into the corner. Pretty sure that's where it goes. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Each time I try, the phone keeps ringing. Yeah. On your cam, this is your cam pulley where I was saying your tensioner and everything. I marked it because it's upside down now. I can't see the mark. I marked it at the back there, and I marked it somewhere in there. But when you're cleaning, yeah, remember, don't clean up your marks, otherwise you're going to be shafted. Yeah, I hope I haven't. Yeah. Okay, to clean your plug for your thingamajig goes at the back there. It's your servo. That's the other hose I showed you. That's another plug that goes on there. And your main radiator pipe goes on there. So it's not a lot to take off really. Your exhaust manifold goes onto here. Leave all this lot intact, so you don't need to buy no gasket for that lot. And you don't need to take it off to get it off. You're not going to strip the head. To tell if your valves are leaking, these are your valves. What you need to do is put this flat so it's straight up that way and fill them with liquid. And if the liquid seeps away, your valves are leaking. If it doesn't, your valves are fine. You don't need to bother them. Unless you're smoking, then it could be a valve seal. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my ruler. I've got a ruler here because I haven't got my scraper. And what you do, you just gently clean it off like that. Yeah. Don't press hard on it because you don't want to dig into the head. Just lightly get it all the crud off. Yeah, and then once you got it all off, you get yourself a bit of emery paper, a flat block, wrap it around it and just clean it all nice and clean, and then you will see where you got pittings, if any. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this and then I'll show you what I'm on about. Okay, there we are. That's the stage we're at now. There we go. It's a block we use. You're gonna get something roughly the width of your head. See it? Yeah, and I've used this is of P400 grade, so it's not a thick, coarse paper. It's very fine. Yeah, and when they're doing, yeah, there's your block. You just drop your block on there and don't press on it. Just let it float on its own weight and just like that. Yeah, don't rub in one area like that. Work your way up and down the block. Yeah. Okay. To check your head, what you normally would do is get a ruler, and that's basically how your head is checked, sort of thing. Yeah. It does diagonally as well to see the gap between the ports, the cylinders. Yeah. You should have, if it is uneven, there is a tolerance that you are allowed. Well, you'll have to check that though. And that's basically how you do it. And clean it up, lubricate it as well. Get some kind of lubricant, oil, whatever, when you're rubbing it down. Tell that to your wife as well. Yeah. And because you're doing it in a circular motion, you're building up your wrist action. So when she says she's got an headache, you say, you know what, I've got strong wrist, love. See you later. Yeah. Right, now if you look on here, you'll find you have some areas that are really clean, like there. But there. Nowhere else. But if you keep at it, that's what you'll end up with. But you don't need to be rubbing in one spot like that, for example, till it's clean. Yeah, if you do that, you're gonna end up messing it up. Yeah, just continue like that, as I say to you, until you wrap your hand across it. It's nice and smooth. You won't have to get all of this away, because some of this could be pitted, which means it's down deeper. So when you're doing that, trying to get rid of it, all you're doing is rubbing a spot, and you're not getting that into the hole where it is to get rid of it. And when you do, you've destroyed your head, because your head is now no longer flush. Yeah, it's got a hole in it, or kink. Yeah, so we're gonna give this a little bit more, and then we're gonna call it a day for that. Yeah, okay. Okay, there's our block. That's cleaned up as well. So we're ready now to put our gasket on and plunk our head back on. Yeah. Your gasket comes with this sealer. This is a sealer. Yeah. What happens? It melts. No, it doesn't. It's just a sealer. Forget all that part. Yeah. What you can do when you're putting on your head gasket, yeah, you can also add extra sealant if you want. Something like this. See that blue color stuff there? It's a gasket sealer. You just squirt that around it, just around there, yeah, and it will help. You shouldn't need it, but it doesn't do no harm in putting it there. Okay, this bit is called how to have your car stripped by a fireman. Yeah. No coming back from that, is there? There you go. You wanted it stripped? There it is. It's stripped. Okay, there you go. All cleaned up. Our gasket is on. And here's our head we're about to put on. Even though you can turn the cam once it's on there freely, we line up our mark, which is there. You see our little Tipex mark? Somewhere there. Where is it? There's a Tipex on the block. There it is. There's our Tipex mark, yeah? So that should be just like that. That's how we mark it up. And we've got another marking on the inside of here, which if you look down inside there, you can see our Tipex mark just there. So we've got more than one to judge by. If we get them both roughly right, we should be spot on. Yeah, so we're going to lift it now and chuck it on there and then bolt it all up together. Yeah, before I do that, don't balance your head on things like I've just done, because if it falls off, you're going to break something. This is all plastic. If it goes, it's going to cost you some money. Yeah, okay. Okay, there you go. There's our head. It's on. Yeah, in the top of your head, you got dowels. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but they're like little logs that locates. Yeah, and they're sticking into the hole just down the bottom here and here. So when you get your head on, your head shouldn't be able to move. You see, you're moving the whole engine now. Once it's sliding about, you keep sliding it till it just clunks and it falls over on it, and that's it. Yeah, okay, that's on now. We get our camshaft and lift that boy up and we stick him on there. Try and get our bolts lined up. And this is a bit ridiculous and it's going to take all night, so I'm going to get off the camera. Okay, now we've got our camshaft sitting on your head. Yeah, when you're putting it down, make sure your rockers are like sticking up a little bit so it doesn't get trapped, and it allows your camshaft to fall right down. Yeah, as you tighten them down, they'll pull down, but starting at that position is great. Yeah, and you catch your bolts just by hand. Just turn them just to make sure they catch. Yeah, once they're all catch, you're all lined up, and that's good. Yeah, over here where I said you get your instruction with it, there it is. That's number 1. You start there, tighten that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's the sequence you tighten them down in, and there is the settings. Yeah, 15 pound-feet, 128 pound-feet, sorry, 120, and then down to, I can't see that bloody thing. Anyway, that's your torque setting. I can't see it properly. Yeah, let's see if I can do it. Oh, I can't even use this. I need glasses. Yeah, anyway, let's crack on. You got an idea. Right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright? Bring your paper if you need to. Just keep it close by so you can see what you're doing. What we're going to do, we're just going to pull it down with a gun. We're not going to tighten it too tight, yeah? So we look for number 1. Number 1 is this one. So we get our gun on it. That's it. Don't want no tighter than that. Number 2. Yeah. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, we're gonna have to stop and check everything now, because we want to make sure nothing is locked up before we go mad tightening things down too tight. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna crack on. Okay, this is our torque wrench. I've just put it in the vise just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, if we look on here, because I've put my glasses on, I can see now 15 pound-feet. That's our first torque, and we've got to go through the sequence as it is here. Alright, so we need to go in here, and this gadget, this torque wrench, I'm going to switch that off for a minute, hang on. Alright, this torque wrench, let's see if I can get a light on it so you can see. Well, not very good, is it? Yeah, it starts at 10. You can see the handle. You see the red line going across it? Let's try and get the light so you can see. Basically, you can't see very well. Basically, you can't see very well. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright, see the red line going across? That's your line that you're working from. So if you turn this particular torque wrench, you've got different torque wrench that works different way. On the end of here, you have a flip, flop. Yeah, flip it that way, it allows you to turn it. Flip it that way, it locks, so that when you start tightening, it don't adjust your settings. Yeah, so we leave it there. It starts at 10 and it goes up. We want our first setting is 15. It starts at 10. Yeah, so we only need to go up as 10. 10 is there. Yeah, so we need to go up there, halfway. That's 15. And we lock our torque wrench, and now if we turn it, it won't move. If we unclip that, it moves. Yeah, so let's set that back again to 15. Starts at 10 like I say, so you only need to turn it between halfway between the two first marking. That'll be 15. Yeah, so there we go, 15. Now we lock it, can't move, so we're gonna torque our head down. Okay, here we go. Our cylinder head is back on, and I'm going to try and show you bits and pieces as I go along. Remember I said behind here at the back of the engine there was a connector, so if you feel down here for the connector, we should be able to find it, hopefully. I think this is it. No, this cable don't stretch back that far. So here we go. If we look through there, we can see it. There it is, and that just plugs straight into there. Can you see that? See where my hand is? That plugs straight into there. You hear it clipping? Alright, the next one I said to you was your servo pipe that goes into there. So we need to find that. There it is. That just clips onto there. Like that. Hear it clip on. That's on. So we have a connector that goes onto here. Connector that goes onto there. Just lay your cable down and they'll sit where they're supposed to be. Yep, that one goes onto there. So we just press that on. That's locked. That one goes onto there. Just lay it down and you'll see where it goes. There it clip on. Right, these cables got to sit sort of between there, there, around the back there, there, and around there. Yeah, this one, here we go. I told you in the beginning, it's a bit of a fiddly. Why the heck is that stuck in there? Okay, there we go. Pop that out. Now we know that bolts on to there. So if we line our bolt hole up just like that, you can see that this one plugs onto there. So plug it on. This one probably go into our air intake box. Yeah, that one plugs into there. See, they're just falling into place. This one obviously must plug onto there. Some way, somehow. There we go, that locks on. So we need to put our another nut on top of there. Careful not to drop anything down in your engine. You won't be happy. Yeah, didn't really need to take that off, this coil pack off, but I was having a bit of an issue with the rocker gasket, so I did. So I just hope I can get it back on properly. Sorry, I didn't need to take the coil pack off, but I was having a bit of an issue with the rocker gasket, so I took it off just to give myself easy life. That goes onto the top of the rocker cover, and this goes onto your air intake box. Yeah, down here we have a green plug. You can see sits where it's supposed to go. Put that in there, plug it in. This blue plug, leave that for a minute. Green, leave that for a minute. But over here we have a green, so that must go into that one. So what we need to do is find this one. If we hold our cables where they're supposed to go. Right, we have another blue plug just down here, and we have our cable just here. We plug that one on. Make sure it's the right way around. We plug it on there, clip it on. Yeah. Next we have this plate we took off, which should bolt onto here. So we're going to screw that back on. We need 2 hands to do that. So we'll leave that for a second. Alright, we can also put on our heat shield. Remember our heat shield? So what we're going to do now, take our 4 screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've tightened up our exhaust already. We'll just put our bolts back in and tighten it up, and that's it. Yeah, missed nothing there. 4. Yeah. Our heat shield, the cable goes between it. So let's start off about a little bit. Yeah. Just okay. Oh, light. Okay, there we are. We're nearing the end. We've got all our air filter and all our cables and everything all back together and everything. We're on the front here now. We're gonna put we set our timing back up, lined up our marks all over the gaff, and adjust our tensioner to all our markings and everything. This is now we're gonna put on our engine mounting. Yeah, this is the top where the engine mounting, the actual mounting bolts onto. So this is just like a supporting bracket. Yep, this goes down in here. But when you take certain things off your vehicle, yeah, check how you take it off. For example, when I took this one out, it had the bolt still left in there because I couldn't get it out because of the panel. Yeah, so make sure if you have that sort of problem, put the bolt in before you fit it all up. Otherwise, you're gonna fit it all up and you can't get the bolt in. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, there you are. Our engine mounting is back on. Yeah. Now, you got your jack, yeah, which you use to help you adjust, bring up, lift up, and put down your engine. Yeah. So now that your engine is in, you can take your jack away because that's all that will do, is supporting your engine. Yeah. Now you've got everything back together. Just your rocker cover to go on, I think. Yeah. Underneath here, the reason why we took the cowling down was number 1, to get access to our crank pulley so we could turn it to set it up so we could mark it. And just up there, you can see that bolt there, just there. I think that's it. I can't see because I'm not bending my neck. That's the one for the bottom of the engine mounting casing. So now this plastic cowling that was here, we've got to put that back up and put our wheel back on, and that's it. We're basically finito. Yeah. All right. Later. Okay. Now we're gonna put our cowling back underneath our wing, our plastic. Yeah. The holes, you'll see them when you take them out. And basically, all it is these plastic clips. Pull the center bit out, and it frees up this end bit. Yeah. When you push it in, it spreads it, holds it in there. So all you gotta do, put it through the hole like that, and then press that bit in. I'm gonna line them all up first before I press anything in. Yeah, even though it should move freely because it's only a clip. Okay, I'm gonna crack on with that, and that's it for now. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Looks a little bit dark, but that's our engine all back together. Oh, there is light. And our water levels topped up. Our expansion tanks clean. I'll give this a clean in the morning. And it's all good. All I gotta do is put the cap on it so I don't forget. Yeah. But I'm just gonna start it up. I'm not gonna run it or rev it or anything because there's people living next door. And being the considerate type of guy that I am, I don't want to disturb them. So, if I just get my keys. There you are. Sweet as a nut. Okay, let me just show you our next little venture, which is, ta-da! Yeah, that's the star of our show. We're gonna be stripping that bad boy.